To be honest, this is probably the most important aspect of manifestation, spirituality in itself. Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only. So this is chapter 18 from the Power of Awareness 1952 from Neville Goddard. Be ye doers. The chapter is named Be ye doers. So, be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass, and goes his way straightway, forgetting what manner of man he was. But whoso looks into the perfect law of liberty and continues therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. So, James chapter 1, verse 22 to verse 25. The word in this quotation means idea, concept, or desire. You deceive yourself by hearing only when you expect your desire to be fulfilled through mere wishful thinking. Your desire is what you want to be, and looking at yourself in a glass is seeing yourself in imagination as that person. Forgetting what manner of man you are is failing to persist in your assumption. The perfect law of liberty is the law which makes possible liberation from limitation. That is the law of assumption. So what is being said here? Well, losing the manner of man or seeing yourself, looking at yourself in a glass. Well, you get a reflection back, obviously, so that is who you see. But that's only in that moment. If you, so to speak, go about your day, go about your way, whatever, and, well, obviously you don't look at the glass anymore, you're going to go about your day, well, you forget who you are. You forget what manner of man, so to speak, you wear. Doesn't matter what manner of woman, whatever, it's all, it doesn't really matter. The gender thing doesn't matter when it comes to this. But the thing is, it's all about you made a choice. You decided who you were going to be from now on, at least in one aspect of your life. And for some reason, something or yourself or whatever experience made you forget that. Somehow took your attention, took your awareness from you for whatever reason, and you forgot what you claim to be true of yourself, which means you cancelled it out. Which now means that you won't come across that in experience anymore until you think from it again and, well, don't cancel it out, as in don't start thinking from the opposite of what you claim to be true to be true. I think, well, my YouTube channel is an amazing example. I mean, my intention is to at least help thousands and tens of thousands of people, at least sharing my message, you know. Now, like I said, also my description, whatever, on my channel, I want to help you, but you have to allow me to do so because you are actually helping yourself. But my point being is, in the example, if you look at my subscribers right now and the views and whatever, then you be like, well, you're never going to amount to any of that. It's just delusional. It's not going to happen. The thing is, if I look at that or keep looking at that, I mean, when I upload a video, actually, you know, I see views and whatever. I'm actually not even trying to see it, but yeah, that's just how. When you're a YouTube creator, so to speak, then you got the YouTube studio, whatever, and you, well, edit and everything. You can edit everything there, but you see all your videos, your views, everything, all the, well, whatever. So I in this case are going to be confronted by that, but that doesn't have anything to do with me choosing right now that I am helping tens of thousands of people with the truth, with this message. So I think that's actually a good example because, well, I have to make the choice. And yes, matter of fact, even under this video, you could comment like, that's never going to happen, but you can decide that for me. Matter of fact, I could right there and then say you are true, and then for some reason just, delete all my videos, my channel, and that's it. But no, that's not my intention. Matter of fact, I've claimed myself to be that, and now I'm going to stay true to that. And how am I going to do that? By doing what I wanted to do, and that's share my message. So I'm going to pretty much every day share my message. And, well, That's all I as awareness can do, take, so to speak, inspired action. But the inspired action is automatically, I'm feeling like posting a video and then I'm doing it because my intention is to help you and to share this message. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, to continue in the perfect law of liberty is to persist in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. Now, well, exactly, because that's what I'm doing by making these videos and keep on posting videos and community tabs and asking for questions. And if you, even if you need coaching, whatever, if you want my help, then that's all good. But, reach out, let me know. But that's the only thing I can do, try and interact and whatever. But the thing is, I'm trying to help people. I'm putting out this message, and since the message is always itself the same, so yeah, that's actually also very handy for some reason, because it's always the same. All these clickbait titles are amazing, but just the same simple message, And yeah, a clickbait title might reel, so to speak, a whole lot of people in, but they're only going to be confused and, tricked into thinking certain things that, well, the creator of this channel wants them to think, learning them techniques and whatever, all just to fool you, because actually it's all you doing it to yourself. You don't have to go through this whole journey like I did, 9-10 years almost, of studying all this and all the different aspects and watching thousands of videos and Reddit posts and success stories and all these things. Like, you don't have to. Continue in the perfect law of liberty is to persist in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. That you as awareness, the only thing you can do as awareness is, well, claiming that to be true of yourself, thinking from it, and from there on going through your day and, well, canceling out things you don't want to experience and putting your awareness on thinking from things you do want to experience. So, you are not a forgetful hero. When you keep the feeling of the wish fulfilled constantly alive in your consciousness, this makes you a doer of the work. Neville keeps on saying work, but these are pretty much interchangeably, okay? So the word or the work, you're not physically doing work. The work is you right now choosing where you put your awareness, on what you put your awareness. That's all you as awareness can do. But we keep forgetting that. Even I do now and then, actually not that long anymore, because I keep catching myself, but I mean, well, yeah. Well, there's levels to it, so to speak. I mean, yeah. Okay. This makes you a doer of the work, and you are blessed in your deed by the inevitable realization of your desire. You must be doers of the law of assumption, for without application, the most profound understanding will not produce any desired results. Okay, so like I posted in the community tab, it's amazing if you know about this, but you can know about this information for years and years and years, matter of fact, decades. I will go as far as centuries. Who cares? If you don't apply this, then you're just knowing about it. And that's the subtle trick. Start applying it, and you can do so right now. On a small thing, a big thing, whatever, you decide. But it is you. No one is doing it for you, even if you've convinced yourself that that is actually true. You are doing that to yourself. And then, like this girl, you you start a channel talking about how the manifestation community is toxic and cult-like. Well, none of that actually matters for your own 3D physical experience, and you are thereby fooling yourself, and now, well, fooling yourself from experiencing whatever you want to experience, because you gave all of this the stamp of approval, so to speak, the stamp of this is fake, delusional, toxic, I don't want to have to do anything with this community, and therefore this whole message just doesn't apply to my life, and therefore I, well, go through my life double-minded, not knowing where I want to go, not consistently choosing, and therefore choosing things I don't want to desire. I don't want to experience things I don't desire. But you decide, so you're going to come across it, and from that you're going to come across belief. You're going to convince yourself of beliefs, a belief system, a self-concept, and in 10 years you're going to look back and you're going to ask yourself, what happened to my life? Where did I go wrong, so to speak? What did I do? Why is my life like this after all these years? And then you'll actually maybe link the thought back to, oh wait, because of my stupid, sorry for my words, but for my stupid reasoning, I just said this is toxic, cult-like, and I don't have anything to do with this. And maybe 20 years later, 10 years, 30, maybe a lifetime, I don't know, and I actually don't care. You are doing it to yourself, and you'll find that out. I I can assure you that. But the thing is, would you want to, like Linda Warren says, would you want to 40 years later actually realize that you already did understand it, you never applied it. You knew about it for 40 years. 40 years. I know a lot of people that died before that age, 40 years. You fooling yourself, tricking yourself, thinking about it and not from it. That's the same with this information. You have to think from it. You have to apply the information. And what does that mean? That you are now thinking from whatever you desire. And you choose. It can be whatever, quite literally. Yeah. Okay, well. Um, yeah. You must be doers of the law of assumption, for without application, the most profound understanding will not produce any desired results. Frequent reiteration and repetition of important basic truths runs through these pages, where the law of assumption is concerned. The law that sets man free, this is a good thing. It should be made clear again and again, even at the risk of repetition. The real truth. The real truth seeker will welcome this aid in concentrating his attention, awareness, upon the law which sets him free. The parable of the master's condemnation of the servant who neglected to use the talent given him is clear and unmistakable. Having discovered within yourself the key to the treasure house, you should be like the good servant who by wise use multiplied by many times the talents entrusted to him. The talent entrusted you is the power to consciously determine your assumption. Choose ye this day. And you are choosing, unaware or aware. So, the talent entrusted you by God is the power to consciously determine your assumption. The talent not used, like the limb not exercised, withers and finally atrophies. What you must strive after is being. In order to do it, it is necessary to be. The end of yearning is to be, thinking from the desire. And once again, whatever that desire may be, God, scripture, whatever, thousands and thousands and thousands of years, we've known this, okay? So don't go as the human finite me, go and, well, start, well, distrusting, I don't even know how to say it. Like, don't go and try and argue this message. Just try and prove it for yourself. Don't try and argue with it or just try to debunk it. You can't. Okay, you cannot debunk this information because this is reality creation, so to speak. Now creation is finished, so this is reality choosing, and you are doing so ceaselessly, without ceasing, without stopping. And me too, of course. No one is not doing it. Please choose wisely because you'll come across it. Maybe in a year, maybe in a few days, a few minutes, a few hours. It could be anything. Matter of fact, everything is your awareness pushed out. The whole vast world is your awareness pushed out. And I'll be back posting videos about movies, reciprocating and reflecting back what I've been entertaining in my mind because, well, I thought maybe they're not good manifestation stories. Well, they are. They're actually very, very good because they show you that doesn't matter. A movie, whatever, you'll be shown what you were thinking about. It could be anything. I swear to God. Like maybe I'm just going to make a list of all these small things and big things as well. I mean, I had a pretty big manifestation happen, and well, so to speak, yesterday. It's still going on. Like it's about neighbors moving out and a whole lot of nonsense went around it. But I just made the decision. I don't have any neighbors anymore. At least at this spot, I don't have any neighbors anymore. I don't have any. Well, things going on with neighbors here. I don't have any neighbors anymore. Well, at the same moment, they were blasting very, very loud music, things like that. And here we are, about 6 weeks later, and they're moving out. And I know I did that. They weren't moving out. Matter of fact, they've been living here for years, okay? I actually came and got here later, so to speak. And it's been going on for years and years. I never made the decision to, because once again, I've started this channel like a few months back now, because it took me so long to catch myself again. I actually fell back for months, years almost. And yes, there were these small moments where I actually realized who I truly am. Actually, I was very much into non-duality, but then I was just like all these non-dualistic teachers, having a horrible life, so to speak. Just no, nothing you desire ever comes to fruition. You're actually just pretty depressed, actually going through your life. But then every minute, so to speak, or a few times in an hour, you realize, oh, but I'm actually the awareness behind all of this. It's actually an illusion, so I can cope with it by that. No, actually, no, because in these moments itself, in these moments itself, you realize who you truly are. But the other 50 minutes, you were actually very much just depressed. You were suffering your experience. You wasn't, as awareness itself, constantly aware of, oh, this is just an illusion and I'm choosing. That's the whole thing. They forgot about choosing. Actually, manifest, so to speak. This guy, I talked about one of these channels a few days back in another video. And actually, I thought about that and I didn't cancel it out. And now this same exact teacher, actually today or yesterday, made a video pretty much saying what I said in that video, but not realizing that it's him who's doing the choosing. I mean, it's so fucking obvious if you really understand it. But the thing is, you have to be aware of being awareness, right? That's the catch. But even then, you could still fool yourself and understand you are choosing every day, every second. Yes, the same choice. If right now you put this video off, you have something, you have to go somewhere in a few minutes and you just, I don't know, but those are all choices. The smallest choices to pick this up. Do this. That's making a choice. I could just show it to you and I could do this. Now you're like, oh, that's so simple. None of that really matters. Yes, that's exactly how you do manifest whatever you desire as well. But by you putting your awareness in this one little small moment from this eternal moment, so to speak, infinite present moment, you canceled it out. As in, you really just thought through your self-concept or your own self-convinced self-belief system you yourself are convinced of, even if that happened 50 years ago. Yes, you did that. No one can do it for you. And this is filtering your awareness, and you're looking through goggles, and you can't, so to speak, unsee who you truly are. The thing is, you are pure awareness. You're not your self-concept. You're not your identity. You're not your name. You're not your body. You're none of these things. You're not your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, even your claims, your assumptions. You are not them. You are choosing them, so to speak. But that's the thing. You are choosing. As awareness, you are choosing. And you can right now choose something different. You don't have to identify with something you've been identified for with maybe 50, 60 years already. That's a choice. That's all I'm trying to convey to you. It's all a choice. And I know this sounds so simple, but it actually is. Is it easy to change? I don't know. That's up to you once again. It is actually. It's like this, but you have to do it. And if you've been minute after minute, hour after hour, day after day, week after week, month after month, and now year after year, matter of fact, decade after decade, been telling yourself that you can amount to something, on you're just not that person who has that thing or can make that decision or travel to such a place, there you go. You are doing that. No one can make that choice for you, even if it happened 50 years ago and now you've, so to speak, a billion times, solidified that to yourself as being true, as a conviction of yourself, of your life. But it isn't true in itself. Matter of fact, in itself, it's neutral. You are prescribing that meaning, and if it's negative, I suggest you change it, because you can. Why would you keep, well, almost torturing yourself with not applying this information consistently? And reiteration is what you need. Reminding yourself of these truths every day. And maybe, yes, you'll get it, and for a few days you don't need it, but something happens. It's just the consistent change, The world of attitudes change, and, well, consistent change, fluctuating energy going from form to form, and, consistent. That is what we, through the five senses, consistently perceive. But you are not that. But don't get me wrong, that if you don't reiterate, you're not meditating, or you don't understand who you truly are. You don't have to meditate all the time. At least I don't really do that anymore. Maybe when I feel like it. But the thing is, if you really understand who you truly are, and from that place you're going to choose wisely, well, then you don't need to meditate. Meditation only is needed if you're still too clouded by all the thoughts, feelings. You just can't, for even a minute, become aware of being awareness itself, or for a second, so it's even better. Even for 1 second, you can think, put your awareness on, identify yourself as the awareness you truly are. And that sounds very thought identification like, but that's the thing. All of that is seen by your true self, by awareness, pure consciousness. All right. What you must strive after is being. In order to do, it is necessary to be. The end of yearning is to be. Your concept of yourself can only be driven out of consciousness by another concept of yourself. So you put your awareness on, well, the opposite of whatsoever you claim to be true of yourself, what you are going to be, do, or have in this lifetime, or matter of fact, in your soon experience, your everyday life. You cancel it out. No one or nothing can do it for you. Now it may, it may produce the, so to speak, illusion of you thinking, well, somebody did it for me or something did it for me, but be very assured, they physically can't do that. You have to allow it. Yeah, that's really how it is. The art of allowing can also be, well, for negative things, for things you don't desire, but you allowed them into your life. That's the only reason they could be there. So that's why I say just choose differently, since you are given choose ye this day, and it's always this day. Matter of fact, the appointed hour is right now. The hour of desire change is right now, and since we know that time is an illusion, it's just relative. It's an illusion. It's not what it looks like. Matter of fact, it's not even like the wind. The wind is also invisible, but you can at least, I can look at leaves right now and they're moving because of wind. But time isn't here. It's not a tangible thing, and it's a human made up concept. Oh, there you go. The end of yearning is to be. Your concept of yourself can only be driven out of consciousness by another concept of yourself, by creating an ideal in your mind. You can identify yourself, through awareness itself. You identify your awareness as now, thinking from, that's being whatever you desire. By creating an ideal in your mind, you can identify yourself with it until you become one and the same with the ideal, thereby transforming yourself into it, the desire. The dynamic prevails over the static, the active over the passive. One who is a doer is magnetic and therefore infinitely more creative than any who merely hear. Be among the doers. That's all you have to do. Be among the doers. Choose ye this day wisely. Like Neville said, and Linda Warden keeps on reiterating. I'd recommend, putting your awareness only on that is of lovely and of good report, because those are the things you want to be aware of, right? The lovely and good report. I mean, why wouldn't you be? I mean, it's all up to you. That's the whole choosing part. You can choose differently right now, but it's up to you to do it. So that's all. I appreciate you tuning in, and have a nice day, evening, wherever you may be at.